Hey, welcome back to Common Sense OT Security. If you are like most people in OT security or in OT in general, you still struggle to build your OT asset inventory. Even in 2026, you still fumble around with Excel and doing walk-down inspections. You might try using tools like ARP to collect MAC addresses. And now just consider if that was nothing but a waste of time, because you could also get all this content that you see in that Excel table automatically for free. How does that sound? No, isn't that convincing? Especially if you check the details. So just imagine that your Excel would be populated with all this data automatically, such as the host name of your OT assets, like a description, what that is, the device category, like is it an automation device, is it a computer, the specific type, like this could be an RTU, a switch, an operator panel, the vendor, the model, the serial number. Now it gets really interesting, doesn't it? Well, you even get the serial number. You get the firmware version or the OS version when it would be a Windows box or a Linux box. You get the product life cycle. So you would see, well, that specific product can no longer be purchased from the vendor. You get the MAC address, the IP address, the network identifier, and the device identifier. Now, you might wonder about those last two items. What would I need those for? And this is very simple to explain because you get so much more. Let's check out another table that you're going to get. This is a table of rack modules. So for all your PLC racks, your control system racks. And obviously, as you know, the device entry that you would see in this table, well, that device might contain multiple modules in the rack. And that device identifier will allow you to put everything together. So if you filter then in this table for the device identifier that you're interested in, it will show you the specific rack modules for that particular device, including the slot number, including the firmware version, the order number, the serial number, and it gets better and better and better. So now, again, just imagine you could get all that information for free. Isn't that cool? And that's the reality, because starting this year, we have made our OTbase Snapshot service freely available. Now, if you wonder what that is, please go to our website, otbase.com, and in the Products tab, just select OTbase Snapshot. And then there you will learn all about it. So it's for those of you who, for whatever reason, like budgetary reasons or anything else, corporate policy, you don't want to go all in on OT asset inventory. So you don't want to install a full-blown OT-based installation, but you still understand, well, we need our comprehensive and accurate OT asset inventory. And for the time being, we are just happy with Excel as the tool. However, we are certainly not happy with typing in all that information manually, because this is just a total waste of time. So this is the pitch. And now what you can do is you can fill your Excel Excel tables automatically. Here is how this is done. So first you download the OTbase Discovery software, also from our website, for free. You just go to download and on our website, and there those different flavors, basically, they cover different use cases. So the network discovery is just like the workhorse. It does the automatic discovery of all the endpoints on the network. Then we have that same thing However, you don't need to install it anywhere. You can run it from a USB stick. This is particularly interesting for consultants, as an example, who do asset inventories as a service for their clients. So, and then the client doesn't want to have you install some software on their boxes. And no, then you just run it from a USB stick. And the asset information is then also stored on that USB stick. And finally, we also have an agent version. Certainly, that's again for a permanent installation. And the agent version comes with some additional advantages because it also shows you the data flow, etc. But all of these are free to download for you, my friends. And just to get this out of the way, if you then say, oh, wait a second, but is this active discovery? Because I heard that is dangerous. So let me tell you this, my friend. If you still believe that nonsense, I don't know which train has hit you. Because here is the thing. First of all, I don't think you really believe in this. Because if you are in OT security and still buy that nonsense, then let me ask you one thing. Well, why are we talking about all those fancy OT malware samples such as Pipedream? If it was as easy as doing an active discovery run and bring down your whole shop, and causing safety issues, why would any hacker spend time building such a thing as Pipedream or other software? And then the other thing, how you can quickly tell that you yourself are not serious about that idea is just imagine if that would be true, like a benign discovery run on the network, that it could actually bring down equipment. If that was true, wouldn't that be the first thing of all things OT security that you would have to check? Obviously, because such a benign discovery run can happen all the time by contractors or by some IT software, who knows? And if that would actually cause problems, you would want to know right away. So you could also consider this as an exercise in penetration testing, if that makes more sense to you. Because if there is any chance that just by a quick discovery run using legitimate industrial protocols, that this would create issues for the stability and safety of your process, my friends. This is the first thing that you would want to address before talking about nonsense such as the cyber kill chain or the MITRE attack framework. Let's be real here. So that is the nonsense in this discussion. How dangerous and unsafe active discovery would be. And let me tell you, you don't even believe in that yourself. So getting back to the point, if you still have any concerns, or not you, because you're honest to yourself, but your coworkers, your management has different thoughts about that, but I think we really have to do this penetration test. And then you let it run, and certainly you will see everything continues to run fine. And in the process, you have collected a shit ton of asset data. Okay, and now that asset data, you take so it's stored in files, encrypted files, and you upload those files. It's one file per asset discovery installation. You upload that file to the Snapshot portal. It's a public URL, so you can access that portal. Everybody can. And so first of all, you certainly have to create an account, but again, it's free. You create your account, you upload your asset information files from OTbase Discovery, and then I would say give it a couple of hours, and then you will get an email notification that your results are ready for download. Then you log into the portal again, and you download your results, and your mind will be blown, and certainly also the minds of your management, because here is what you're going to get, my friends. So in the upper row, you will see the various Excel tables that are in that package. So you will basically get an Excel file that is populated with all your asset details. And that and those different worksheets, they contain a lot of stuff. I've shown you something already. This would be the list of installed software applications, also in installed operating systems. And if you just notice the details here, you see things like, well, when was this application last executed? How cool is that? Days since last run. You get that automatically, and you can tie it together with the asset, again, using this device ID that you see here in the first column. So that's another thing you're going to get as a worksheet. I've shown you this already. Hey, what is that? A vulnerability list, a list of all your known vulnerabilities, all the CVEs. What do you think about that? So just imagine how much time you would have to spend to compile this information. And now you're getting it all for free. And you will see all the CVE IDs here. You will see the severity, the base score, is there a known exploit? Excuse me, is there a known exploit? And you would see that here in this KEV column. It's a no for all these entries. And you see the affected, you see the affected product. And so, I mean, that is just a dream come true. And that would be the network interface list. And so it goes on and on. So the bottom line is this is more information than you would ever be able to compile manually. You will never be able to do that. And now you can get it in a couple of hours for free. And it doesn't even stop there, because the information is so complex and rich that Excel is not necessarily the best tool to actually analyze the information. And for that reason, what we also provide is a template for Power BI that allows you to import that Excel file that you get from OTbase Snapshot. And then you can use that Power BI template to really go into the analysis, right? So like the installed software, or what are the top operating system versions, the top applications, the vendors, etc. You get that as donut charts, tables, application types, geographical distribution as a tree map. So it's just a dream come true. Hardware report. And as you may know, depending on how much you have used Power BI already, certainly you can customize all of those dashboards, or all of those reports, as they call it in Power BI. It's just open and free. You see vulnerability reporting like so, Power BI vulnerability report, CVE severity count, the CVE details, the vulnerable devices. So in other words, it's more like you have ever seen before. And all of that we made available for free. And you may now ask, for Ralph, what happened? Why are you doing this? No, did you find God, or what happened? And let me give you the honest explanation here. I am sick and tired seeing so many engineers wasting their time, wasting company resources in the effort to create a bare minimums asset inventory. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm also sick and tired of this nonsense that is still perpetuated in the industry. Oh no, we must not do active discovery. It's so dangerous. You will see it's not dangerous, and you will also see all those other approaches like passive sniffing, with the hardware sensors and etc. They will never give you this level of detail and the comprehensiveness that you get here. And just to bring that point home, we are just making it freely available now for everybody, because I'm sick and tired of the nonsense and I want to do a good deed. And certainly there is a selfish component to that, because I'm very confident that once that you have seen the quality of the data that you're going to get, you will at some point in time want to take it to the next level. And the next level is simply then go all in with OTbase, with your self-hosted OTbase inventory, where you also get the workflow and automation. Right? So this, you will understand once that you've worked with OTbase Snapshot for a while. Well, you know, that is pretty good, but we could probably take it to the next level, and also do some vulnerability management, as an example, do some more reporting, just with the click of the mouse, do some access control, and just going global for all our sites, and be able to see all the asset information from all sites in that one portal. So I'm confident that this is going to happen for a lot of you. And so this is like our entry drug into a really, really awesome OT asset inventory product. So please take advantage of that and let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye.